Hello there, everyone. Thempire Ian here, back from vacation, back from the convention, here to show you some new cards. Because literally, as soon as I left for the convention, Thursday night, they released 5 new cards. They also revealed some designs for some new cards, but they didn't give us the effect text, so I don't care until they do that. But we have 5 new cards to look at, and they all seem to be free agents from Rage of the Abyss. So let's take a look. First up, we have Union Pilot, a new Union support man, much in the same vein as Union Driver. We have a level 5 light. I combined that fight. Level fight. Machine Union, of course. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. Once per turn, you can activate one of the following effects. Target an effect monster you control, equip this card to it as an equip spell. If the equip monster we destroy a battle, or card effect destroys the card instead, and equip this card and special summon it. Sure. The Union effects. But it's not a once per turn on... Oh, wait, no, it's a once per turn in the effect text instead of on the other part. So it's not a hard once per turn. Which is interesting, perhaps. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can return it to the hand, equip to one of your monsters, one appropriate Union monster from your banishment, as if it were equipped by that monster's effect, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This could be interesting. There's a bunch of new Union cards, of course. And Union Driver is already an interesting card. But I'm not sure what role this card would serve. So what Union Driver is able to do is remove itself from the field so that it can use its effects, which makes Union Hanger a much better card. Because on summon of a Light Machine Union monster, you get to equip an appropriate Light Machine Union monster with a different name to that monster, but it can't be special summoned that turn. So what Union Driver does is it banishes itself and then gets a different one equipped to that monster, whereas this one tries to special summon itself. But that means that this machine or Union Pilot could be a target for Union Driver, where you would, get it off of the Union Driver and then use this to bring out. Hold up, let me look at something, because I think, let's see here, you can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, okay. It's a hard once per turn on the Union Driver effect. So if you use Union Driver to get Union Pilot out, you cannot use Union Pilot to get Union Driver back and then use Union Driver again. I didn't think so, but I had to check. So it special summons this card. It returns itself to the hand and then special summons itself? Oh, wait. Because it returns itself to the hand, it becomes hidden. It enters a hidden information zone. Which means you can then special summon it from your hand, which is why it's worded that way. Okay, never mind then. This is, but it only gets them from the banishment, so you'd have to already have a Union monster in the banishment. But this could theoretically be a good recovery tool? Maybe? I don't know. This one's a tricky one. I don't know. This one, I feel like that card could have a place in Union. It either as a recovery piece or as part of a more long drawn out combo. I'm just not sure exactly on that. I don't know. I'd have to see some combos with it first. Alright, next up, this guy is crazy. Look at him. He's such a funny little guy. I love him. He's such a funny little guy. Turu-Purupurun. Level 2 water. Aqua effect. You can use this monster's effect once per turn. This card is in your hand. You can target a water monster in your main monster zone, destroy it, and if you do special summon this card to the same zone the destroyed monster was in, then you can destroy all cards your opponent controls in this card's column. It's a level 2. That's pretty neat. I don't think it's particularly good otherwise, but it's not awful either. Speaking of level 2s, we have a new World Legacy card. It's the little fairy girl. Lee? I don't... Ibli? Lily? I don't remember her name. It's something Lee. I think it's either Lee or it's Ib, or it's Ibli. I know Ib and Lee together is... Ib and Lee together is the... like World Chalice Justicar or whatever. Lee is the fairy, I think, and Ib is the girl. Correct? I don't know. I need to watch more Golden Nova videos because I don't remember the lore for World Legacy. At least not the names. I know the basic concepts, but the names, they slide off my brain. Dream Absorber, level 2 water fairy effect. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. But yeah, this is the fairy. It turns out it was actually a robot. I thought it was a hologram, but apparently it was a robot. If your opponent activates monster effects from their hand, graveyard, or banishment, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but destroy it during the end phase. Whippy. Yay. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, this card gains 1,000 attack. Wahoo. Yay. You. But yeah, like when you look at card art that involves, I think it's, is it Lee? Lee, the World Chalice Fairy, yeah. So if you look at anything that involves Lee, there's like little robots that are projecting holograms all around here. So I figured that she was a hologram, but apparently she's a robot? And maybe the hologram is like projecting the skin on her or something to that effect. Like they're projecting the fairy wings or something. I don't know. I legit thought she was a hologram the whole time, but apparently there's a robot under that. Alright, so next up is Primal Star Dragon of the Emptiness. This is a dragon fusion, light or dark dragon monster, and a dragon monster. You can use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, you can target cards and your opponent controls up to the number of cards. This card's light and dark fusion materials destroy those targets. Cool. If this card is banished, you can target a level 4 light or dark dragon monster you control. It becomes level 8. Cool. So, what's good about this monster is that it's a super poly target. Yep. I mean, the destruction effect is fine, I guess. Like, if you're in a position where you're already taking to your opponent's monsters, it's kind of extra on the cake. But, you know, it could come up. It could come up. The second effect is probably not going to come up. However, an interesting thing about this is that it just says if this card is banished. So, doesn't really matter how it gets in the graveyard. You don't have to summon this thing. You could theoretically have this as part of your combo play. Sending this card to the graveyard. Yeah. So, that could maybe be something important someday? I don't know. I don't know if it has any applications currently, but I would keep an eye on this. I would keep an eye on this in the future, just in case you have something to do with this where you need the level modulation. I don't know. But definitely keep an eye on that part. That's the big part, I think. Alright, and lastly, I believe, lastly, we have a new Morganite. This is really cool. Okay, so there's like part of me that really hates time-tearing Morganite. I think the way that time-tearing Morganite incentivizes like Yugi, just like really unhealthy ideas about the game, you know, and unhealthy playstyles like Runic Stun. But also it's a very funny card, and I can't help but love it, especially in the ways it interacts with Runic. Now this one though, Death Singing Morganite, I think is a little bit more interesting as far as that goes. It's not as good, I don't think, either, but it is more interesting at least. For the rest of the duel, apply the following effects. You cannot activate monster effects in the hand. That's the same effect as Time-Tearing Morganite, so it's the same lock. Your monsters can make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. If your monster battles the opponent's monster, double any battle damage your opponent takes. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, add a Morganite card from your deck to your hand, and then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, so it can actually get out the Time-Tearing Morganite as well. Again, I don't think this is very good, at least not currently. Not currently, but maybe someday. After all, we finally have a deck that utilizes the battle phase as its main point of operation that does something. The thing is, though, Thempire doesn't need this card. In fact, Thempire needs this card to not be activated because you need some monster effects in the hand. No, actually, no, you don't. Nope. Actually, now that I think about it, I was thinking that you did. No, everything is spell cards actually in that phase or on the field. No, never mind. You could play this in Thempire, but you don't need to. You don't need to at all because Thempire can already kill through Pot of Prosperity. So I don't think you need an unsearchable spell card. But what this could be useful for is Runic Stun. Because one thing, like Runic doesn't need to close out the games like this, but what it does do is it searches Time-Tearing Morganite. While being a different card than Time-Tearing Morganite. So you can still just play one Time-Tearing Morganite, but have 2 copies of it in the deck. And it also helps you close out games faster if you end up going to battle ever, you know? I don't know. I don't expect to see it, but if I did see it in the occasional list here and there, or in the future, if there was a list that did use this card, I wouldn't be surprised either. That's where I'm landing on this. So this card is bad, but could be theoretically useful. I could see uses for it, is what I want to say. This card is good. I don't think it's great, but it's good. Because there's not really a dragon deck that people are like on right now. Dragon Link isn't quite strong enough, but it could be. Like, I think Dragon Link is always on the peripheral, ready to strike. And this is pretty good against Dragon Link. So, but like that's all it does, though. It's just a Super Poly target. So if Super Poly ever gets banned, I think the only thing you're going to be seeing is maybe something involving this. If they need level modulation for some reason. Dream Absorber is stupendously bad. I don't know why they're printing this card, except to just get some lore out, but you could make a lore card good. It's happened before. Turu-Purupurun, it's funny. I like this little man. I wish he was better. I don't think he's particularly good. I don't know. People don't like it when I say cards are bad. But I don't think this one's very good, is what I'll say. Unless I'm missing something. And Union Pilot, I am just not sure on. Union Pilot is one that I am like, is this actually crazy? Is this card actually crazy, or am I missing something here? Is it crazy or is it bad? And it's like, am I missing something that makes it really bad and I just don't understand? Or am I missing something that makes this absolutely crazy and broken? I feel like it's not just okay, right? I feel like it's either really good or it's not particularly good, right? I don't know. It just depends on what kind of combos you can do. But the thing about Union at this point, with so many Union cards out, is I think Union can do whatever the hell they want as long as they're going first, right? This is the problem that I had with the 6 Samurai cards, is that they could do whatever they want going first, but what are they doing going second? And that this card doesn't really resolve, I don't think. So I'm not sure that this makes Union like the best deck in the room or anything. I'll tell you what, I certainly wouldn't want to go second against Union. I'll tell you that much. But I just don't think Union is going to be dominating top tables, even with all the new cards coming, and this card as well, in Rage of the Abyss. Just because they just don't seem to have a whole lot of going second power. But yeah, that's my thoughts on all these guys, these 5 little free agents. I think some of these are pretty neat, actually. Every one of them has like something to love, I think. Whether it's just like, this could be an interesting card. This one, I just look at this little guy. Look at him. This one's for the lore pigs. For the lore pigs out there. Shout out to my lore pigs. This is a super poly target, so it's decent removal for that. And then this is an interesting design, I think. This is an interesting design card. Card design-wise, not art design. Oh, the art design's fine. An interesting contrast with Time-Tearing Morganite. Yeah, I think that's about everything for these. Somehow I managed to get 16 minutes out of a Free Agents episode, so congrats to me for that. Let me know what you think about these in the comments below. Did I miss something? And am I missing a crazy combo? Link it, and like, I guess if there's someone's posted a YouTube combo that I'm not familiar with, and let me know what you think. How was your weekend? I've missed you all for this weekend. Scheduled videos have come out, but I haven't been able to do my sick shit on this this entire time. I got a bunch of comics, and I got a Dark Magician Girl statue. She's right over here. You can't see her, but she's really cool. Let me know what you think about Dark Magician Girl, I guess. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you're still here at this point. I'm just rambling. I just haven't been on the microphone in too long. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. There's a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You can also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now.